Come on, take him down. There we go. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've crawled out of the woodwork, and cars are a little bit difficult to do right now. Just in the place and the time and the life. I still enjoy a good quality car. You know me. Yeah, man. I'm still here. I still live and breathe. Yeah, you're right, it has. Hasn't it been like 2 or 3 years? I think that's like the last sound I made. Last sound I made on this thing. 84 years? Oh shit, I guess you're right, huh? Yeah, it has been like 84 years. Damn it. I'm sorry to have disappeared off the face of the earth like that, man. Oh, come on now. I want to get one of these jokers to hit a fucking bus, but that's kind of a task now, isn't it? Hold on. Alright. Let's, ah, you lucky bastard. So I hope that in the meantime y'all have been doing cool stuff, because I certainly haven't. I've been taking the real life pill and living like a normal mere mortal human being for a while. It's kinda boring. Kinda sad. The real world is a sad cold thing. But there's some good stuff to it too, man. At any rate, I figured this is a decent way to check in with y'all and make sure y'all know that I still am alive. Once I have a garage, sometime in the hopefully fine but nearish future, we can return to the good old days. And won't that just be fine, huh? Oh, come on now. I should mention that, you know, I'm already pretty bad at games like Gran Turismo and, you know, the proper racing sim games. I've got like Assetto Corsa on here too. Arcade racers are a little bit of a challenge. Why the long absence? What? Hold on. Let me deal with this wreck here. Long absence is mainly because I just don't into cars right now. And haven't for the past couple of years. Ever since I left the old Angry Men's before. I just haven't had a place to do car. Haven't had a place to into cars. It's kind of sad. Like it all just I just had to pick up and go one day. I was doing what I was doing. Living life, having a good time. But, just had to go somewhere else. Family drama's a bitch. So I've just been grinding out on my own up here where I live now. And slowly putting together the pieces so I can get back into the... Oh yeah, actually you're right, I am a robot imposter. Who am I freaking kidding? The real Mr. Angry is dead. He's no longer on this planet. We're robots now. You're right. Whoa, what the heck is this? No, I'm actually a dog that took over his channel. You see, I got paused, man. I'm a Once I acquire a better place to put car situation, then I will, because I do have a good time making car videos and stuff. It's just a little bit tricky to do without like a garage and whatnot. And my current living situation does not, unfortunately. But we'll get there. Sometime, I hope soon. Again, I've been quietly putting my head down, you know, grinding away, saving up money, doing what I do. There's a distinct possibility in the future. You may see a return to form. You may see those angry vids that you know and love. We'll get there. It's a matter of time. But again, I hope that y'all have been doing enjoyable car fun things, because I certainly haven't. Again, I've been putting on the suit, putting on the tie. Okay, not that nice. I didn't dress that nice for work. I've been putting on the work clothes and getting down to business. Saving up money so I can get back into cars, get back into that. It was easier with the way that I had previously been doing things in my life, but that was a special set of circumstances that are very difficult to replicate anymore. Ooh, come on. There we go. That's what I like to see. God, how has this game held up so well though? Let's be real, like this is a PlayStation 2 game from the year it must be like 2004, 2005. Gotta be one of those. But this still feels better than most driving games that have come out in recent times. And let's be real also, the Burnout genre as a whole. Just the whole car crashing, demolition, that kind of stuff. This no longer exists. They don't make this, and they tried. They like crowdfunded some game that was supposed to replicate this exact experience, but they half-assed it. They did it totally wrong. They didn't half-ass this game. This is a game that runs at 60 frames and looks this decent on PS2 of all things. Now this is definitely not being played on a PS2, but it still holds up. Like, if you have access to this game, then, dear God, then by all means, you gotta play this game. You must play Burnout 3. If you haven't played Burnout 3, and you can skip 1, you can skip 2, because those were just like really tasty appetizers leading up to this literal perfect game. Perfect example of a game that even if you're not into cars, even if you're not into racing, Burnout 3, it's for you. Even if you're not into crashing things. Burnout Paradise is a very good Need for Speed game. I don't think it's a great example of a Burnout game. But it is, in spirit, Need for Speed. And that's not a bad thing. Everyone loves Need for Speed. Hot Pursuit, or let's go old school, man. Let's go, like Underground 2, or you really want to just go back in time, Need for Speed 3. You know, the PSP version of this game was impressive, I have to admit. Back when the PSP was having its heyday, back when you could, like, you know, custom firmware and all that stuff. Yeah, PSP version of this game was dank. If you still have that, you gotta go play it. Alright, these burning lap challenges are... My memory of this is that you pretty much just, if you don't crash, even if you don't like boost your way through it, you'll do just fine. But let's test that theory. Let's just not crash. But unfortunately, in order to actually get boost and whatnot, you do have to put yourself in crashing position a lot. So let's, that's so satisfying, even though it's not very realistic at all. This game's got the sense of speed, man. This game's got the feel. 60 frames definitely doesn't hurt this game in any way, shape, or form. And like Solid Snake, man. Okay, can't do that again. Like Solid Snake, this game hasn't been set back by a VH1 bit. Hasn't been slowed down by it. If anything, this game feels even quicker than perhaps it did back when it first came out. We're not even the fast cars here yet. We're literally just beginning. We're on the slow cars. One thing that is definitely worth considering is a lot of the times, if the oncoming traffic kind of, you know, I guess the AI sees you, if it's convenient for the AI to see you, sometimes they will just get the heck out of the way. Not off to a rousing start here, I'm afraid. And I think it's also easier to see their oncoming headlights than it is to try to see like the glow of the tail lights of these guys as you're doing that. So honestly, going through oncoming traffic isn't the worst thing. The only part that's difficult is if you're like cresting a hill or something, you can't see jack at the top of it, you're not going to have a very fun. But we just lost the gold by getting that stuff. God. Come on. Aw, yeah. Nah, I'm not into that. I'm not into gold hunting anyway. We're not really... We're just here to play some Burnout and chill. That's all this is about. Alright, let's see. Where's a good road rage event? Man, those are the fun ones. Face Off. Is this... Do we even have, like... Okay, we'll pick this guy. Face-offs, they're like one-on-one races, and they're usually against pain-in-the-ass cars to beat. But if you can like keep them kind of within a second or two of you, and just take them down every now and again, that usually works out better in your favor. Let's try this strategy here. Where are you at? Where are you at, my dude? Come on. Oh, no. Let's not start off like that. The problem is once these dudes start getting away from you, they become ridiculously difficult to catch up to. You'll start seeing like, oh, he's like 5 seconds ahead. Okay, that's not a big deal. And then you'll start trying to catch up. Oh, he's 10, 12, 17 seconds ahead. Holy frick. These guys, the AI really cheats. Once they disappear from your view, they're gone. They're gone forever. And now we actually have to try here. Hold on. This guy. Alright, it's not going to be too difficult. But as long as you take him down, set him back by a little bit, and then you're good to go for it. And then just boost up. There we go. Look at that. God, this game. Now I will say this: if you play it on like an actual PS2, you may not like it. Well, maybe you start the stream after 2 years of absence. I'm bored, and again, since cars are a little bit difficult to do right now without like the proper place to do it or the friendos who are into cars, none of my friends here are into cars. It's really sad. And I've tried. The car scene where I am currently at is pretty sordid. And, you know, I gotta get out of here, but I figured, why not? I've actually been streaming elsewhere, a completely different game to some of my bros that are in Japan. I've got some overseas friends that I've played some other games with. But I figured, you know, there's people here who are wondering, there's people who are curious, what happened? Where did Mr. Angry disappear to? Why did he fall off the face of planet Earth? So I figured I'd pop in, give y'all the benefit of, give y'all some hours of a reminder that this is still a thing. I still exist. Once I have a place to do car related matters. Garage, get my tools put back together. They're all about. I still have them. Let's see. Do I really want to deal with a Grand Prix? Are there any good events to do right now? Okay, we'll attempt this face-off. I really don't want to. Do I have anything faster than that? Honestly, the speed isn't what counts here. You kind of want a heavier car. Now you can like throw your weight around and bash duders, you know? Alright, let's have a go. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, he must have... Ooh. What a moron! He just hit me and freaking died. Okay, that's fair. That doesn't make it easier. I really shouldn't be boosting my way through, but it's just too fun. You want to keep them in sight. Yeah, man, Twingo Plush is hanging out on the dash of the WRX right now. Now, I know that like a year or two ago there was like a run of Miata plushes that the same guy made, and I'm really sad because I haven't picked one up yet. I don't know if they're even still available for purchase. But yep, the Twingo is still smiling on the dashboard of my vehicle. I don't know if anyone knows what it is when they see it. Y'all may be the only ones who would know it if you saw it. And if you do, well, oh, come on, my guy. Come on, come on. Again, you want to keep the rival racer close. Because if you can take them down, that means way more than staying far, far ahead. At least in my opinion. Kind of like fooling him with, there we go. I mean, he crashed, but I didn't take him down, which kind of sucks. Well, he is, ooh, there he is. We gotta at least take him down once so we can extend the boost gauge, because with a shortened boost gauge, life is difficult. Wait, they made a Fiat 500 and a Land Rover. Okay, that is absolutely worth looking into. I want one of each. If they're out of production by now, oh well. If there's no stock, oh well. But damn it, those car plushies, yeah, they ain't cheap. But where else can you find something like that? Like, people love their die-cast cars, people love their model cars, but no one has plushie cars. Except maybe someone out there has like a freaking Lightning McQueen plushie. Oh my god. Oh damn it, he's actually got a lead now. Can I catch him? Problem is, this race is not like on a circuit of any kind. It's just through town, and damn it, I failed. Damn it! Come on! Oh well. We'll try again when I feel like it, but let's go find like a road rage or something, man. Let's go find a chill, relax event here. I don't want to do that. Do I have to do the GP? Is that the only way for me to advance? Ah, here we go. Let's do this race. We have no choice but to select the Tune Compact. Sad, sad day. Right? This is a proper circuit race, so we can kind of think about that and consider the course rather than just not knowing how to flying. This isn't so bad though. I would have liked to take some jampers down though. Oh yeah, about why you would hate. Why you wouldn't like playing this game on an actual PS2. The control setup by default is terrible. I recommend putting your disc in your PC and emulating it. Because the PS2's default control setup, if you like racing games and aren't like Mario Kart 2, you want your acceleration and deceleration to be on the right and left triggers. Because that's comfy. It works. It feels right. PS2's default control scheme that you cannot change, can't modify it in any way, is cross accelerates, square brakes, and that is garbage. Well, okay, it's not unplayable, but considering that the Xbox version did have trigger XL and decel, there's no excuse, and they should have definitely provided for an option to. They should have provided an option to modify the controller setup. For racing games, there's really no excuse. But thankfully, emulate this on PCSX2 like you should, then perhaps you just go in and change the control setup. Just change it so that your literal pressing of the X button is mapped to the back trigger, and that will make your life a joy. Ooh. Oh yeah, one of the other tricks is that you don't really lose too much of your speed from boosting. You just like tap it. You can kind of conserve boost, and it's not really super important for these moves. Oh no! Can I crash across the finish line? Can I? Ah! No such luck. Wait, they made Miata slippers? No way. No way. Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna end up dropping like $200 on freaking on car plushies, and that's ridiculous. That is hilarious though. Okay. One of the other big pains is that even though it's cool that this game like throws like, hey, you unlocked this, you unlocked that, it does it so often because, especially early on, you're constantly unlocking stuff. Do I have the Assassin Compact yet? I don't. I really got to get back on track with that. Let's go find. Let's go find an event where I can actually work towards unlocking the Assassin series of cars, because the Assassin vehicles are really just good for taking people out. They typically are a little bit heavier, a little bit faster. And you want those for road rages. These are all special events that I really don't want to do. Yeah, that's these no other cars on the road tier races are. Oh, they're fun. Make no mistake, they're just not what I'm looking for. I wonder what's next on the list for the auto plush guys, though. I wonder if they're gonna make anything else. Is there any talk on the usual forums where they post about that? I haven't been on O in a long time. I haven't read anything that's going on. Again, I've been out of the car loop for some freaking time. Whoa! Get wrecked by the bus, my friend. That doesn't help my cause out at all, because I want to get some boost extension from it, but we'll work with what we have. Okay, the other cool thing about Burnout 3 is this aftertouch thing. It's useless unless you can see where your enemies are at. That's okay. There are worse things than not being in first place in Burnout. If you're behind someone, that means you can take it down. Not if you do what I just did there, though. Not if you play forward. Come on. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy involved in this. Come on. Yes! Even if you don't really hit them and they just run into you, it still counts as an aftertouch takedown. So you can scam some extra boost out of it that way. Now we've got a long climb up to first. Let's see if we can get there without hitting the bus. God, this game. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Woo-hoo-hoo. God, the drifting in this game is so satisfying. When you can get it right. I guess that's true for just about any racing game, but Burnout really got the weight in the field. Damn, come on. One of the trickier things is... What? Oh. Okay, that's sad. Sometimes when you boost, everyone just magically starts going back up to your speed. I think there's like weird rubber banding that's based on your literal current speed. I can't confirm that for sure. I'm sure that like some speedrunner out there who's foolish enough to try this game and run it, I'm sure that they know the inner workings and the mechanics. But it's kind of annoying. And in road rage events, you're better off just going slow and then just boost shunting only to try to knock dudes out. That counts as an actual takedown. That's hilarious. Come on. One thing that really does make me sad about this game, however, besides how badly I'm playing right. Oh, they have still some Miatas and stuff. Okay, then I'll definitely look into that. Back on track though. So, as far as the one thing that makes me sad about this game, so I recommend that you skip Burnout 1 and 2. There's not really a point, since Burnout 3 does exist. But if you need some history, and you need to see where the series began, it doesn't hurt to play those original two. In the second game, no matter how fast you're going, your driver uses his turn signal, and it is hilarious. And that's all. They did not preserve that from that iteration of Burnout to this one. And I can't remember for the life of me if they did it. I super doubt they did it in Burnout Paradise. Super doubt it. They may have done it. If they did, then excellent. When Burnout Paradise goes on sale again one of these days, they have like the Ultimate Collection or whatever, the Ultimate Box, none of these. Not a good beginning to this. They had it on sale for like $6, $5 on Steam or whatever. And I just didn't. I was like, I'll play Burnout 3 instead. And then I kind of wish I would have picked up the other Burnout. But I played Paradise when it first came out. And it's not that it's disappointing or bad. It's a great, again, it's a great Need for Speed game. But it's not what Burnout 3 represents. Even Burnout Revenge, sequel to Takedown, not as impressive as 3. They did have that weird thing where you can like basically just hit oncoming, not oncoming. You can hit traffic that's going the same way as you with little or no consequences. Bumps them out of the way, sends them off into the distance. While that is kind of a cool feature, it does detract significantly from some of the cooler moments that you'll have when you're playing just regular Burnout. Zero consequences for being in the correct direction lane. There should be consequences there, and yeah, short of like hitting a bus or something. Rather, if you hit a bus or something, you're still going down. You can't just like bump those out of the way. But again, you can play far too safe and and on top of that, are rewarded for it. For like basically just rampaging and taking out half the cars on the road. Holy. I do love how there's like ads in this game for freaking tags and shit. And, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. best Tiger Woods game. I don't care if you like, hate, or are okay with golf or whatever. That's a good example of just a good game. Anyone can play it, even if you hate golf. Aw, damn it. I have this really bad feeling that the finish line is coming up much sooner than I want it to. We're gonna find out. Alright, my dude. Let's get that. What? One of the things is you really can't overdo it. This game has like a weird threshold for when it decides that you crashed. And I've missed the mark. That's it. There is time to redeem myself. There's the finish line. You can see it. No! Not cool! We're freaking boned. We're not. No, there was a chance. Come on, boost. Aw, that's freaking heartbreaking. We literally have to drive perfect for this last race now. Aw, shit. Even if we do, there's a pretty decent chance that I'm not gonna pull it off. They're gonna get too many points. What, if I get 6 points, we're up to 13? They already have 12? They would literally have to come in last place. This sucks really bad. Don't suck at Burnout. Alright, here we go. Off to a much more exciting start here. Ooh, just about got squeezed in there by the bus. They did use burn signals in Paradise? Okay. I can't remember, honestly. Like, it's been a long time. Again, it was pretty much when the game came out that I played Paradise. And again, I wasn't heartbroken by the game. It was fun. It was excellent. It just wasn't as burnouty as it could have and probably should have been. Being fair, however, the people who made Burnout, they said that it was their dream to make Need for Speed games. They did get their chance, and they made a damn good one. That would have been top pursuit. Like, so they proved themselves. They are the masters of racing game sense of speed. There's no way out of this. Once you're screwed, you're screwed. What? I guess I barely clipped that guy, huh? That sucks. We can still redeem ourselves. We're not going to get first in the overall points. But if I can just squeeze out a first place here, that's all it means. Come on. Man, having just like the 4th bar boost really hurts. You want to have your bar at least like 3 times, because the boost increases proportional to that. So if you just hang out in the oncoming lane, you can basically generate more boost than you use if you have like 4 times boost bar or whatever. Sadly, that requires one to not crash into things, and moreover, force your opponents to crash. Which, when they are not near you to do that, is tough. And it's a safer bet for me right now to just hang out in first place and avoid whatever I can to... Damn it. He saw me and he swerved, and I did too. Like, stuff. let me just scam a little bit of boost here and just hang out at like boost-ish speed. There we go. It's like half the boost. Do a little bit of it. We may be able to solve it. Should have turned earlier there. One of the problems is you really sometimes have to commit to a decision in this. Like, there'll be... No, don't swerve like that! You suck! Okay, we're still comfortably ahead of just about anything that can take us out. There we go. Got a nice, easy drifting round. Look at that. Finally got my first place. It doesn't mean anything. Yep, we got screwed. Oh, are they actually going back to making Need for Speed games? I wonder what the next one's going to be like, because it's... The last one I played is the one that they made. They do make these unlocked things last a lot longer than they should. Although I do appreciate the work and the effort that goes into this. Whenever you unlock a new series, it like shows you the first 3 cars that you unlock. And there's no way to skip it. And I don't know about you, but when I think muscle cars, I don't sometimes think of the things that they, like that. That's a muscle car, really? See, that looks more supercar-like. But then, the supercar series, they look entirely different than that. See what I mean, though? Okay, we do have an assassin vehicle now. But, kind of too late. I would have liked to have that before we started doing things. Let's see what events we can do. Race 2, muscle race. Do you have any good muscle cars or just the base 3? We're going to not do this. I'm gonna go check and see if there's anything else around here to hit. And that's not what I wanted to see. No. I failed. Come on. New videos will come as I acquire a better place, essentially, to do car-related things. Yes, that is the plan. Right now, without a garage, it's tough. And parking a good distance away from where I live and having to walk it out to the thing every day, not conducive to making good bids. So we'll get back on track with that one game. Again, hopefully that'll be soon, rather than... Hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later. It's all about get garage, and then get back to the bids. Because believe me, I have a lot of fun with it. I do have a lot of fun making videos because I love fun. It's just that I'm in a place right now that's difficult to love cars and give them the attention that they deserve. Again, I certainly do my share of basic wrenching outside, but without a garage, without a proper home base to really work from, it's tough. Damn. Cool. No need. Yes, he did. problem is that anything you do in this corridor, anything you do back there, is pretty much death. Like, if you get looked at the wrong way, if the wind blows the wrong way, you're out there. Look at that axe ad up there. Can't even read it, it's so old and blurry. Dang it, PlayStation. Okay, let's not get killed by cross traffic here. Or that freaking median thingy. What you What I think is that once electric cars become cheap enough, people will probably, at the very least, get one as something they can putt around in, just to get to and from work. Like, honestly, if it was up to me, if I could have an electric vehicle to just use the day-to-day miles of driving, 5-10 miles every day to work, it's not a question. It's worth every penny to have something that is, I perceive them to be as very low maintenance, very easy to run. It doesn't require gas. That basically just frees up more time and energy to put towards the things that you love that have gas and are good, rather than just being electric appliances that you put back and forth to your job or school or what have you every day. One of my friends kind of has the same setup. She lives like in Washington State, and she has a Nissan Leaf and a Miata at the same time. So she's got it right. She's like, I just didn't feel like, putting miles every dang day on it. Damn it. There are people who will take that kind of logic, but I think most people definitely do want an electric car that you can have as your one car. They kind of want it to be able to do it all. And they're getting there. Teslas, I mean, you pay the Tesla tax to own one, but you do get some car. Talking about things like I got a buddy at work who's always looking at like Audis and stuff. Audi has some really fancy electric, but these electric cars all cost way more than mere mortals like you and I can afford. And unless you're not a mere mortal. Thanks, bro. Optical delusions. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be alive. I mean, I'm dead, but it's nice to check in with y'all. Remind you that this is still a thing. Wait, you're gonna swap all electrics into a CTS? How much is that gonna run? Honestly, depending on how much it costs, you may be better off just going for like a used Tesla of some description. Like, although that's gonna cost as much as like an average new car these days, I mean, you could definitely do a lot worse. I think it all comes down to what people actually sink the research and development time into, man. I think right now electric is the one, even if it ends up not being the best option, because everyone is gravitating towards it and all the research is getting put out there, big developments are being made. Hydrogen is going to be ignored until someone just decides that it's trendy. It's kind of like, rotary engines didn't get a whole lot of love. they were cool niche things. No one really gave them the appreciation, and no one put the R&D money behind it. Piston engines had hundreds of times more money being sunk into their development. Had it gone the other way, we would have solved all the problems with rotary engines by now. 10K for the motor, 5K for everything else. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't really know what goes into that kind of a setup, but it depends what you're going for. If you're going purely for speed and torque and just off-the-line sticky tires and hit the strip with that, then that's absolutely worth it as long as it proves to be reliable. If it's for a daily driver though, I wonder. It probably is still good. For a daily though, for something I would like bank on and depend on every single day, we'd be talking, I would at that point just go buy a used Model 3 or Model S, whatever's cheap, you know, less than 40 grand. I say that's cheap, that's not cheap. It's cheaper than buying one, yeah? Give it a couple of years, electric stuff will fall into the correct price range. It's the beauty of cars, is if you can't afford it now, just wait a minute. Your money situation may change, the price of the cars will almost invariably change. And almost always for the better. Now, like old cars and stuff, you want to go buy a clean Miata anymore? Hope you like NCs. Hope you like MDs. NAs. How did they get this game to run at 60 frames on the PS2? I know how they do. Crash and you get sent off flying into the abyss. It's clear. There's a lot of ugly stuff in this game. Am I gonna bring the Gran Turismo game back? That's a good question, actually. I mean, that would be kind of perfect to do. I may have to just kind of start something completely different. I don't know if anyone would be really down for just like a chat and play though. Like, let's be real. This is not as entertaining as it. I'm just here again showing you that I'm still here. I'm still alive. I still exist. I want to make sure you know that I haven't completely fallen off the face of here. But this ain't great entertainment. This is just playing game and chilling. Like, I'm surprised I don't have any coffee rolling right now. I should probably make a pot. But no, I ain't no titty streamer, man. I got none of that. I ain't one of those workout and talk guys. We'll see where I go. We'll see how this channel progresses. Again, videos, once I get a garage. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'll visit my boys down in Alabama. Maybe I'll go hang out with them for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. There's some duders I hang out on Discord with that they have a YouTube channel of their own. God, they're hilarious. God, they're like my favorite thing in all of Alabama. Absolutely hilarious, these guys. Oh yeah, forgot, this race type is interesting, even though it's not that different from a normal race. If you stay in first place, nothing matters. These eliminator races knock out the last player, the last place person anyway. And basically just stay in first place and you're okay. Now, unfortunately, this channel has been neglected and doesn't have the following necessary to just kind of hang out and do stuff. Like, I do appreciate y'all, but I'm not just like, you know, the big personality like these other guys are. And I'm also out of practice on all this. And, you know, It's been a bit since I made a video. It's been a bit since I did videos. It is nice to have y'all to talk to, though. I do feel very, very bad for people who stream to the next room. It's always an unfortunate day. There's some real interesting guys out there who are putting out some good content that just no one's seen. I mean, I'm not really big on watching streamers or anything. There's a couple though that are really good. Come on. I mean, the way I see it for certain games, like if you're playing like old school, like Phantasy Star or something like Phantasy Star Online, that could be a potential decent way to build like hype for it, because no one knows about Phantasy Star. No one plays that shit. But people are going to like the big games and stuff, and basically the big names that play these bigger games, purely on personality. People. So anyone who's out there watching, what games are y'all playing, and what have you been into in the last month or two games-wise, huh? And moreover, what are you driving? What kind of cars are y'all in these days? Come on. You live in Alabama? Hell yeah, man. Well, have a good rest of your day at work, my dude. Don't work too hard, and maybe you'll catch me another one of these days when we're just chilling, chatting, burnout, or whatever the heck we're doing. Oh, hell yeah, man. That's one side of cars I never got into is German stuff at all. There was a good chance when I was like looking into my first or second vehicle that I was gonna get a GTI. It just didn't pan out. I just didn't have the money for it back then. But I was also a broke high school kid, so there's that. That certainly didn't help my cause out at all. I've been looking a lot closer at Volkswagens and Audis and things like that, though. Mostly because I have a friend at work, again, really into them. He just bought like kind of an entry level-ish Audi, though. He loves the thing, though, and he took me out in it. The thing is, for a 4-banger turbo, this thing feels great. It's also all-wheel drive. I can't remember exactly the model. Again, when it comes to German cars, Audis, things with those kind of weird, those not names, just like the number sequences and stuff, can be a little bit difficult to keep up with, especially since I'm kind of out of the loop on cars anymore. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is probably an A3. And he bought it used, got it for a pretty good price. Thing is far swankier than anything I'll ever own. I'm in a shitbox. I could certainly afford something nicer. I think what I want to get next, this is going to sound weird. Aw, come on! What I want to do next is keep the WRX wagon and drive that bad boy until it returns to Mother Earth. I'm thinking something like I'm gonna sound really bad, like one of the Japan K cars. If I get like a little fun car, want a cappuccino, Honda Beat, something like that, you know? Yeah, that would be a good decision too. If I was gonna get into a rotary though, I hate to say it, I'd probably go for something older too. Not because I don't like the RX-8. RX-8 is a nicer thing to be in every day of the week, but I just love the old school charm of the FB or SA22s, the original RX-7. If I could get that in like kind of, if I could get that in like green or red, like the, you know how there's some of them that kind of literally look like old school fat Game Boy in terms of that color. That's the stuff right there. That is super retro. And I would absolutely be seen cruising around in an old cute little RX-7 SA22 FB, whatever you want to call that model. Come on. Leave me alone. Ugh. Yeah, how this game decides whether you're crashing or not is sometimes just arcane knowledge. Come on. Oh yeah, I wish they would have brought that over, the S660. That thing looks so good. Most Americans wouldn't want to be seen in something that small. A lot of people wouldn't even fit. I know I'm really not that tall or big, so I don't have a problem. But I know that my head would be poking out the top of my head. If that thing rolled over, I would become a chrome dome real quick. What the heck just happened there? Yeah, but that's the thing. Everyday driving, I would relegate back to my WRX. I've got a competent daily, or maybe I'd sell that and get an old Outback wagon again. That's something that's a little on the safer to that you can count on everyday side. I still kind of regret selling my old Subaru wagon, the big ugly blue Outback of Destiny. God, that thing was good. It's weird to say, but I think the right way to do Subaru Outbacks is, while it sounds really cool to have like the turbo over the H6, honestly, the real Subaru experience is the freaking donkey ass crappy 2.5 liter H4. Thing's an absolute workhorse for no reason. Like, I just wanted mine to freaking die. I was like, why won't you just die already? Oh. I ask myself every day, how does this thing keep living? Oh yeah, that is another thing, is that a lot of the K cars would need a substantial engine upgrade to survive the roads of the USA. Imagine cruising on the highway on one of those tiny little things. It takes some age just to get it going. It actually isn't really that bad, but 660 cc's. But then again, like, I got friends who drive with Mazda 2s with puny little NA 1.2s or 1.0s or whatever. I mean, engines? They're tiny. Are they good? No. But these people are buying shit box appliances. They don't care. Shoot, dude, I used to date a gal who drove like a 1.2 turbo something or other. It was honestly garbage. But I think something like an S660, a good candidate for a full electric car. Like, again, think like Nissan Leaf. I know that the Leaf is objectively just LOL. Like, come on, Nissan Leaf. I wouldn't want to tell my friends that Nissan Leaf. However, it could work. Tiny little cars. If they could make the batteries big enough to get you like. It would all just come down to the batteries and the size. Torque potential is just dependent on the motor itself. Like, as evidenced by Tesla not giving a fuck, they just do what they want to do. You can make your car do like sub 30 to 60 without even trying. Just by make that engine capable, make the motors able to just peel it out anywhere you go. Yeah, but in Europe, people aren't driving like across, say, like Texas or anything like that. When I used to live in Texas, for example, if you were seen driving something that night, or if you had something comparable, like a little Geo Metro, I saw some dude driving a Geo Metro convertible one day. You get no respect on the roads in Texas. Everyone's an asshole driving their big ugly trucks. You know what I'm saying? You get no respect, and it does compromise your safety a bit. Well, in any event, it's been a good time, but I'm probably going to call it a day here. I might return to this tomorrow for like an hour or two. See where the wind takes me. Can I please skip this dang trophy thing? It's been fun though, everybody. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you see me streaming live, check in, man. And yeah, take it easy, everyone. Drive safe. Hold on. Before I go, another Dream Daily is the previous gen BMW M140 up the straight 6. Ah, hell of a hot hatch indeed. Yeah, that's definitely worth having. Yep, y'all take it easy, man. Bye-bye.